Hello and welcome to the Tomcast. I'm Tom, president and dictator for life of 515comics.com. Today, I'm actually going to be doing two Tomcasts kind of back to back today because I didn't end up doing one last week. It was Easter and stuff and I forgot. But there's plenty of stuff for me to talk about, and I want to keep it so that I've got a show for each week, so yeah, there's going to be two Tomcasts. The thing I wanted to discuss in this episode is kind of a Kickstarter project update as well as Tomcast, and that is, all my copies of Volume 4 arrived! So last week I tweeted it out and posted on Facebook that the copies of Volume 4 arrived, but I really hadn't actually looked at them yet, and so today that's what I'm doing. I'm going through and I'm checking them all out. So I ordered copies of Volume 4 for everybody who backed for one on Kickstarter, and then I ordered several extra copies of Volume 4 to take with me to conventions and sell to people who didn't back for the Kickstarter but still want to get a copy of Volume 4. So I've got plenty of copies of Volume 4. I also restocked some of Volumes 1, 2, and 3. One thing that I have learned using self-publishing platforms, and I've used two, I've used CreateSpace and now I use IngramSpark, with both of them I have learned you gotta check the books when they arrive. So basically I just give them all a flip through, give them all a once over, look on the front and the back, because by the nature of the beast of print to order, sometimes stuff doesn't turn out the way that you want it to. I've already found just 3 copies from this order that I'm not really comfortable selling. So I'm going to have to contact IngramSpark about replacing those. Now, both of the publishing platforms that I've worked with have been really good about replacing damaged merchandise or replacing misprints. And I don't want it to sound like, oh man, every time Tom orders stuff, there's like stuff that's in bad shape and it's really low quality. Like, that's not the case. The vast majority of them from every order are actually ready to go and look really good. What I'm seeing, and maybe, I don't know if I can show you very well. So, as you guys know, I have black edging on all of my pages. And I'll show you a good one and then I'll show you the one that's not as good. So this is what the page edges look like for Volume 4. There's just a couple little stripes of color because there's a couple panels that actually reach over the edge of the page where they trim it. And that's fine, that's how it should look. This is a troublesome one. So I don't know if you can see, but there's a lot more white stripes across the entirety of the book. And what that is that's going to be something like this. It's really hard to see. I don't know if you guys can tell. But basically, there's just a trimming error. It's just a trimming error. It's just trimmed slightly off from where it needed to be. So there's just a tiny little stripe of white. Now, I do plenty of bleeds and everything so that shouldn't happen. But I don't know how their process works. Occasionally, there might be damage to a book from shipping. I don't actually have any of those this time. What was wrong with this one? Oh, this one's the same thing. And this one, it's just got some of that white striping up in the corner. Now, ultimately, this might not matter to somebody who buys the book. And, you know, that's all well and good if it doesn't bother them. But it does bother me. And so it's something that I like to make sure that I actually get something that I'm satisfied selling to someone for money. I generally don't have to send these back though, and so sometimes I may cut them up so that I can it's a good opportunity for me to end up framing some of the guest art that I get from people. If there's a book that I don't want to sell and I get replaced, I can cut bits of it out and frame them, and that's kind of neat. Or I can use them as giveaways or something, but generally I just don't want to sell them. If I'm going to get them replaced, then it's kind of on me to not then go ahead and sell them for profit. But anyway, that's just a little peek at what's going on. I'm really excited to get these out to backers. And well, not these ones, the ones that are good. I'm really excited to get out to backers. So thanks for checking in. And that's it for this episode. I'll see you in a little bit.